Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome back for another episode. This is our third live stream in just in less than a week. So we're sticking to schedule so far with the Canada national team. I am Dodgy Gamer. In case you haven't been here before, welcome to the channel. This is your place, your one-stop shop for all things international management on Football Manager, including this live stream, this mini-series Postcards from Canada, as we try to take Canada to the World Cup in 2022. That's our immediate aim that we're going to try and reach tonight. And then we'll see how far we can go up to and including the 2026 World Cup, of which Canada, of course, co-hosts. So, thank you for joining us this evening. If you just want to pop a quick hello in the chat, that would be most welcome. Oh, excuse me. I need to get my phone on silent for the stream, of course. Yeah, so let's get that sorted out. Good. And we've got our Stream Elements bot running. We've got everything up and in action. Yes. So do let us know where you're joining us from, what the weather's like where you are today, of course, here in England. Everyone complaining about the heat. It's another hot one tonight, but... Geography Guy, welcome. Glad to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Right, better sort that out. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're all set to go now. Good. So, yes, we're still on the kind of tail end of this heat wave here in England, so I've seen a lot of people tweeting how it's too hot to stream, but not me. We're here ready to go. So there's a thunderstorm where you are, Geography Guy. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't get too close. All right, well, we will get into the episode then right after I switch scenes. There we go. All right, fantastic stuff. So, just to talk you through where we left off last time. So I've only advanced through those empty months in the game. Haven't played any matches since the stream we had on Sunday. So on Sunday, we played all the matches you see here, the final 6 matches of our World Cup qualifying campaign. And we, just in case you need the refresher, we finished 4th out of 8 in the North American zone. So that qualifies us for the Intercontinental Playoff. Our opponents, Australia. So we've got that match coming up shortly, both legs. It's going to be a home and away affair. So really an international, a globe-trotting affair that's going to be. We're going to play in Sydney first, I think, and then back to Canada for the return leg a few days later. But we've also, that's not it today, we've also got the North American Nations League. So the groups for that were drawn about a month after the World Cup qualifying finished, and we were drawn in Group 2. Martinique are there, familiar opponents from the Gold Cup. Also familiar opponents from the Gold Cup and, from World Cup qualifying, Mexico. So we're going to do well to get out of that group. It should be, I think it's pretty predictable. That's very, very likely to finish Mexico, Canada, Martinique, but we'll try and upset the apple cart a bit. The problem is because it's home and away, I feel like, we could get lucky and get a result against Mexico in 1 game, but to do it in 2 games, it's going to be a lot to ask. All right, let me just check in on the chat. So, Daniel Swan, hello, welcome. Good to see you here again this evening. Geography Guy is saying there was a thunderstorm last weekend in New Jersey at the amusement park. I feel bad for the people that saw lightning on the roller coaster. Yes, that would certainly add to the thrill in an unexpected way. All right, good. Okay, as usual, got my phone here to monitor the chat, so just making sure that's all set up correctly. So, that's just talking you through where we're going today. So we're going to start off with our toughest game of the Nations League campaign. We've got Mexico away. As you can see, 21st of May 2022, that's where we are in-game. So we're going to get straight into that match. Then, fast forward about 10 days, when we'll be at Stadium Australia in Sydney to take on Australia in the first leg of that playoff. then back in Edmonton, so kind of diagonally across the Pacific Ocean, and that will be the return leg. Then a few days after that, we get Martinique, so that should be a winnable game at least, and then we're going to have to holiday through a couple of months to finish off that Nations League campaign. But let's get your predictions in the chat for how we're going to do. Just to remind you, with the World Cup playoffs, there are 2 playoff matches, so 2 teams to qualify. So we play Australia, and New Zealand, Colombia is the other game. So 37 degrees where you are, Daniel. Wow. A few degrees hotter than we've got here. But yeah, let's get our poll set up, actually. We'll just put in a poll as we have. I couldn't get this ready in advance. Been a bit of a busy evening. So we'll just put in a poll about the World Cup playoffs. Who do you think is going to qualify? And obviously we'll close the poll before we start the second leg. So it could be Australia and Colombia. Could be Australia and New Zealand, of course. Would help if I could spell Zealand. I think I'm getting confused by the old Zealand having a few too many different spellings of it. Or it could be Canada and Colombia. Or, of course, it could be Canada and New Zealand. So what are your predictions? That poll should be appearing somewhere up near the top of the chat, so you can have a look. So going to be 44 at 11 a.m. tomorrow in Doha. Oof, definitely a day to stay indoors. I remember when I was in that part of the world, for people whose jobs involved working outside, they had a cut-off point. I think it was like any higher than 42 degrees and they weren't officially allowed to work outside. But yeah, unbearable heat sometimes. Okay, so first up, though, it's Nations League action away to Mexico. So toughest game that we are going to have. This is the formation I decided to go with. So 4-2-3-1, but playing balanced, so we'll be dropping back a little bit more. Let's see, we've kept Waterman in the squad. If you remember, he scored for us in that game against Haiti on his debut, so we've brought him back to the squad. We've kept a couple of names like Chapman in here. I think everyone else is pretty much the same, though. Did we have any major injuries for this one? I can't remember. I selected the squad on Monday. Couldn't pick this up right off the stream last time. But let's get your predictions in the chat then. Mexico, Canada. What do you think? How do you think we're going to do here? Let's have a look. So I'm going to just check in our initial pollings. Our votes so far have gone for Canada and Colombia to qualify. All right, good. Nice to be optimistic. Okay, so optimistic predictions as well. Daniel going for a 1-1. Geography guy going for 2-2. Well, hopefully we don't let you down. All right, let's get into the match then and see how we manage. See how we manage in this opening Nations League game. So this will be our first time playing in the Nations League on this save. We did have Nations League, I remember last year, if any of you were watching me in FM20, we played with Cayman Islands. So we never did very well in the Nations League. We very quickly got up to Division A and then we just finished second constantly until the final year of the save, when we finally got to the final, but we couldn't beat Mexico. Can we end the run of Mexico's 3 matches against Canada? Every match is a new opportunity to write history. Yeah, Lucas Cavallini is fit, and we are off. All right, good. Good stuff. And good to see that I think my chatbot's working. You should be seeing there an invite to join my Discord now if you haven't done so already. Only started watching in March, because you were wanting to control Rwanda in international management. All right. Yeah, well, that's something that's been good this year, I think, focusing more heavily on the international angle. Seems to have got some interest. Probably, good goal by Mexico. This could be a tough match. Yeah, and it was good, I think, to do that this year with all things going on like the Euros and the Copa America and now the Gold Cup, of course. But also, that was a plan this year, not just to do international management Let's Plays, but also to bring international management in other ways, like the guides to setting up your international save and to creating international competitions in the editor. We got in a good position, but now we're open for the counter-attack. Here comes Raul, all too easy. Good save by Borjan, though. Good to see the defence back to cover quickly. Hello, Zebu. Yes, indeed. Go Canada. Well, we're already 1-0 down, unfortunately. Mexico again. CONCACAF Nations League. Now we're 2-0 down. Jesus. It was Jesus Corona with the assist. Guides were really helpful. And in 2045, Luxembourg hasn't yet won a game in the Benelux Cup. Yes, I remember you were putting that tournament together. So they haven't even won a game by that point. Like 25 years in. Poor Luxembourg. But I think if you look back at, looking at some history of the European Championship ahead of the Euros, and back when it was kind of originally done, almost like the Nations League is now, it was kind of a knockout competition spread over a couple of years. And I think there was one, that was a terrible goal to concede. Own goal. I think there was one year when Luxembourg reached the quarterfinals of the European Championships, like way back in the early 60s or something like that, but they've never been anywhere near since, obviously. Right, I think it's early, but I think we're going to have to look at some... So the closest they got to any kind of win was a 2-3 defeat to Belgium. What about points? Have they at least had points? All right, let me just have a look. I think I'm going to take that overlap off. I think we just need to tell them to be a bit more disciplined as well. Work the ball into the box, just anything to hold on to the ball, basically. We'll go a bit narrower. And maybe just drop the lines back a bit. Mexico are just too good for us. No, only losses. That's a shame for them. It would be an interesting challenge, I think, though, to kind of build a nation challenge, to do it with Luxembourg, maybe to download a Luxembourg League file and try and get success for the Luxembourgese clubs in Europe. Oh, is that a penalty? I think it is, you know. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I'll turn that into a short at some point. Yeah, but it might be a good challenge. Try and get a Luxembourger club to do well in Europe, and then start building that youth up with them and improve the Luxembourg team as well. All right, there we go. It's through to Cavallini. Oh, he had the goal at his mercy, but I think he was offside. Never mind. We've been a bit better since we tweaked the tactics, though. Certainly that's been the case. And now I've said that, we're probably going to concede a goal again and go 4 down before half-time, aren't we? Dearie me. Football manager, why do you do this to us? All right, good stuff. It is indeed 4-0. Yeah. Too easy to predict sometimes, this game. Well, they did make the Euros round of 16 at one point. Interesting. So maybe playing regularly against that higher level opposition in Belgium and the Netherlands kind of helped them raise their game slightly. Right, excuse me, I'm just going to pop out of the game for a second to sort out my Discord bot. It seems to be, there we go. Yes, sorry. I thought I'd changed the default settings. Okay, I see what I did. I changed the wrong timer because I noticed that was popping itself up every 5 minutes. All right, we sorted that out now. But yeah, we're a bit all over the place in this game. I just want to kind of hit the mercy button. There's almost a bottle throwing time, but we've got the World Cup playoff to come, so I don't want to dishearten them too much. Only way to beat Mexico is a bit of anti-football, yes. Definitely. We got get stuck in on, but yeah, anti-football and a big slice of luck. I think you'd need like a lucky penalty decision, maybe get Mexico to have a man sent off as well, and then you'd have a chance. Right, we're going to start substituting people. Cavallini's having an absolute nightmare this time. So let's give Liam Millar some big game experience. Jonathan David, he has been very inconsistent for us, I would say. Like, some games he's brilliant, and some games he's just, you know, terrible. Ineffective. Anyway, let's get Petroso on as well. That'll do for now. Final 20 minutes. If we can maybe get on the score sheet, make this a little bit less embarrassing. So they got third in a group with England, Wales and Denmark. So they did pretty well. No. It looks like we're just going to run down the clock in this one. Indeed. Okay, well, at least we kind of stemmed the bleeding in the second half, we could say. But we're definitely... No way I'm going with that. I can't fault your effort. I'm definitely going with far from pleased with that result. Humiliating defeat. Yeah, poor performance, poor result. I would agree with that. No point commenting on a goal from the opposition. Okay, no shocks. And Canada duty ends. Okay, I guess, are we going to have to reselect the squad then? Before the Australia game, or are we just going to get the same players back? I guess we'll find out. It's 12 days away. Actually, if I just look here, if I say next squad selection, now that would take me through to August, so obviously we're going to have the same squad for Australia, Canada, which is kind of what I was anticipating. Let's get up to the match day, and then I'll show you guys how Australia did in their qualifying, so you can kind of get an idea of their form, and that might help you with making your predictions for the poll that we've got up there. So we're still 100% of everybody who's voted so far on Canada and Colombia making it through. So nice to see some optimism. I am going to assume most of those votes came in before our first game of the night against Mexico. You don't want to jinx it, but you think Australia will be an easy one. Okay. I'll just to avoid the jinx, I'll assume you're talking about the cricket or something like that. Yeah, we'll see. You never know with Australia what kind of team's going to turn up. I think Australia now, they've kind of become like, yeah, kind of like the USA were through the early 2000s, where they would come to a World Cup and they would probably get out of the group, do fairly guaranteed to qualify, but then they might get to the second round or something like that, but there wouldn't be anything spectacular from them. So it seems now Australia settled in the Asian Confederation. It's just that they qualify for the World Cup. Okay, here we do. We do get a chance to pick the squad. So let's have a look at Mark Anthony Kaye. What's his injury? Bruised thigh. Okay, so he could still feature at some point. Let me check in the national pool any major players who I couldn't pick for the Mexico game. Junior Holliot, I haven't picked him yet. He's still without a club. He spent the entire season without a club, which is why I haven't been selecting him for the national team. So, yeah, he's wanted by Bristol Rovers and Kilmarnock, but still hasn't signed for everyone. This was the guy who was out. Adekugbe, who, of course, in the Gold Cup had a spectacular assist to set up a goal against the USA, and then a spectacular own assist to let them back in the game. All right, I don't think there's anyone that I want to bring in. No, so we'll just, although we were awful against Mexico, we'll stick with the same team. I think tactics-wise, I'm going to swap over to this one, and we'll probably just make some tweaks to that for the away leg. But yeah, let's have a look. So let's have a look. You're talking about Olympic surfing. Good stuff. So Daniel Swan, any good international save ideas? Geography guy says, one that I'd try is Norway, because you have Haaland, yeah. And, always forget how to pronounce his name. Odegaard, I think, is the correct pronunciation, the guy at Real Madrid. So you need to build around him. You could possibly win the World Cup. Certainly we've seen that. Mr. Grand 2's been doing a journeyman series, international journeyman series, and he very early on, 2022, took Norway to the World Cup final. So that's definitely that kind of possibility there with Norway. Yeah, one other thing could be looking at some of those teams in Europe who have done well in the past. So somebody was suggesting to me on the Discord the other day that I should look at trying to rebuild a nation like Bulgaria or someone like that, who, you know, in the 90s had a very good team, or Romania, of course, who've had good teams in the past, but right at present, neither of those countries are doing particularly well. So maybe trying to, and then, you know, you've obviously got their leagues in the game, so you can, maybe you don't necessarily have to do the club management part, but have those leagues active, and they'll produce some good regens and try to build them up. Yeah, Hungary would be another option like that. Mr. Greeno. It's funny that, isn't it? FM Greeno shows up, and almost immediately somebody mentions Hungary in the comments. So Hungary also would be a good one. If you check out Mr. Greeno's channel, actually, you'll find early in the FM21 cycle, he did the Mighty Magyars save, trying to do just that, build Hungary up into a force in world football. So I'd say with international management, especially as we're possibly, I know nothing's been announced yet, but based on the usual cycle of things, we're looking at like we're probably looking at about 4 months until Football Manager 2022 comes along. So short-term save, it's ideal. I'd say either go with a single nation, but like I'm doing here with Canada, go for like a 5-year time limit, because that's one thing with, if you manage the same nation, after a few years, it kind of gets a bit repetitive. So go with a short-term save, or go for a journeyman save, where you maybe, like I said in that series I'm watching with Mr. Grand 2, just try and win every continental championship, or, you know, try and maybe start in Oceania and see how far you can go, or something, or just manage some different teams in Europe. How many different nations can you take to the European Championships? Something like that. Passion for FM. Good evening, Espen. Feeling pretty good. How are you as well? And thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, so as we've had a few new arrivals, what we are doing now, we've just played a warm-up game. It was a Nations League game away to Mexico, completely unimportant. Nothing to mention about the game at all. Just, you know, you did well to miss it. But now we're getting to the key game. We are playing Australia. It's a World Cup Intercontinental Playoff. So we finished 4th in the CONCACAF zone, and Australia finished, I think, 4th in their Asian qualifying group. We'll have a look at those groups in a minute. Then they lost the Asian playoff and then dropped into this Intercontinental Playoff. So, you know, we'll see what kind of chance you think we have. There's a poll up at the top of the chat if you want to vote. The other qualifying playoff is Colombia, New Zealand. So which 2 teams do you think are going through? Somebody's voted for Australia and Colombia. All right. Probably someone who watched the Mexico Canada game. All right. So let's just have a look at how Australia got to this point. So in terms of their World Cup qualifying, so they started right back in 2020 and obviously played through a few different groups. Then they got themselves into this final stage group. So if we pull that up, you see they finished third. So behind Japan and Uzbekistan, level on points with Syria, but it went on goal difference, which as you can see, their goal difference was a bit superior. So that put them into a playoff. The playoff being against the team that finished third in Group A, which was Saudi Arabia. Now, sorry, I did make a mistake earlier. I suggested that they lost that playoff. Actually, sorry, they won it. Then the winners of that Asian playoff go then into the Intercontinental playoff. So Australia beat Saudi Arabia. They did lose the second leg, but still won on the strength of their home leg performance. And that's what's brought them here. So I think, you could say maybe they're not in the best of form. They couldn't finish above Uzbekistan. They kind of squeaked past Saudi Arabia. So maybe that should give us a little bit of confidence. Okay, Geography Guy, thanks for joining us for the start, and we'll catch you later. S-Ben, so full vacation these days? We'll find you on the beach. All right, nice. How's the weather in Norway? Are you also suffering under this heat wave, or have you kind of escaped it a little bit? Right, now I'm just having a look. I'm a bit light on options at left back with Adekugbe unavailable, so Davis will play back there. We'll just put him into a bit more of a wing back kind of role. Cordova on the other side. We'll get a bit of balance. I have him trying to get forward as well, so I'll put Arfield on to support. We'll probably drop back to balanced a little bit, and it's just a matter of what do we do with Jonathan David, who was pretty poor in the game against Mexico. Do I leave him up top, or do we bring Cavallini back in? I think I'm going to go with Cavallini, and then we'll put David on the right, and Osorio we can play in the centre of the park. Fingers crossed. Let's get your predictions then for this first match. We've travelled all the way from Mexico to Australia for this game, so quite a trek. And let's see how we do. Can we... A draw would be good. I'd be happy with a draw. Now, according to my assistant manager, we're huge underdogs. So, let's get out there and cause an upset. That's what I'll go with. Just had absolutely no effect on them. There you go. Samuel Piet knows how to react to a team talk. Okay, are we confident? Probably be decided late on, yes. Scott Arfield's good to go. Here we go. World Cup playoff. Daniel Swan's going for 1-0 Canada. Uzbekistan seem to always qualify for the 48-team World Cup. Yes. Well, this is the final 32-team World Cup that we're trying to qualify for here. So, yeah, but Uzbekistan obviously making their mark. They're probably a team that would actually benefit from Asia having those extra qualification places. Okay, good play from us to win that. Out to Jonathan David. Great stuff. Come on, get that cross in. Get it to the byline. Cross it in. Oh, get in. Get in. Oh, David, I was kind of... I had my doubts. I expressed my doubts about him ahead of the game, but he has proven me wrong, and I'm glad he has. God, look at that. Beautiful. Down to the byline. Cavallini on the volley. Get in. All right, let's catch up on the chat. Where's Alex Bunbury? You need a good memory and be of a certain vintage for that to ring a bell. Okay, you'll probably have to fill me in on that one, Greeno. Let's have a look. So nearly 30 degrees last week, all week, so you decided to just cave in and go to the beach instead of working on new tactics. All right, but a bit cooler this week. All right, good to hear. Oh, don't... we let them equalise by half-time. That's a shame. All right. You needed to get your FM fix from here. Well, it's as good a place as any. All right, well, let's see. Hopefully, we'll be able to... Because, of course, if we can qualify for the World Cup, that will be the next stream. Now, we have been... I did say we were going to be streaming Sundays and Wednesdays. We did a little bonus Friday stream to kick things off. But I don't know, if we do make the World Cup, maybe we can squeeze in a bonus Friday stream this week. We'll have to see. Although... yeah, maybe we'll stick to the schedule. We'll play it by ear anyway. So, yeah, we'll tell the team at this. So far, we're pleased with how things are going. Because, you know, we got the early goal. We looked like the better team. We did let Australia back into it slightly, and now we've got an injury. Fantastic. Right, so who do we bring on this case? I'll say Bechu, but we're just going to swap him over. So David will come over and play as an inside forward on the left. Bechu, he can play as the winger on the right, our Algerian superstar. Get out there and make a difference. Scored a hat-trick on his debut. Hasn't really reached those heights since, but we'll manage. Okay, that's your prediction in the bin, unfortunately. So... let's see if we can add a second here. Ooh, 2 good chances, both blocked. We've still got the ball. Now we're open to a counter-attack. It's Irvine. Down the left flank. Come on, don't let them score here. Good, straight to Borjan. So Greeno is saying he was a Canadian striker, had a very brief and unsuccessful spell at West Ham in the mid-80s. Okay, yes. I remember there was another... Canadian player, early 90s, who was in a relationship with, what was her name, Karen Brady? Pesky Salido, was that it? I just remembered it as Australia go 2-1 up. Dearie me. That's not what we wanted to happen. Let's encourage the team. I think we can still get back in this. Probably look at making some substitutions now. Midfield are underperforming a bit. So let's bring on Waterman after he made his mark in his debut. And Estaquio is struggling as well. So Borges can come on for him. Come on, boys. Get out there and make a difference. I think that's all our subs, isn't it? Yeah, because we already brought Bechu on. Well, it's a tricky one, this, because we don't want to commit too much to push for an equaliser and risk losing 3-1. 2-1, it's not over at 2-1, is it? Because we can, you know, all it would take is 1 goal for us at our place, and we're in the driving seat. Anyway, we've got a tense final highlight. Is this going to be a Canada goal, or is it going to turn into an Australian counter-attack? Oh, dearie me. It's the tension. It's the tension at the moment that gets to you. Not the heat, it's the tension. Anyway, here come the Aussies. They're trying to keep hold of the ball now. Got a generous 6 minutes of stoppage time. No. Okay, good. He's offside. Whew. We got away with that one. How's the situation if we lose? I think we'll be fine if we lose, because we weren't expected to get to the final stage of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying anyway. But we did get to it, and then not only did we reach that final phase, we then managed to get into the top 4 and the playoff spot. So we've definitely outperformed expectations. And Football Manager, they do seem to have fixed that bug. I've been a victim of this in the past. Where, you know, you do better than expected in the early stages of a qualifying competition, and then they get mad when you don't get through the qualifying playoff or something like that. They seem to have fixed that. I remember that happened to me once. I was managing an African nation. I think it might have been Congo, something like that. This is back like Football Manager 2015, something like that. And we were expected to get to like the second round of World Cup qualifying. We got into the third round, but then the expectation changed and they said, okay, we want you to perform well in the third round still. And then we finished in the top 2, which got us into a playoff. And then they were like, okay, we want you to be competitive in the playoffs. We got to the World Cup. And then they were like, we want the second round. And we were eliminated in the group stage and we got sacked. Which seemed a bit harsh when we were never expected to get beyond the second round of qualifying. Anyway, yeah. There's being assertive and then there's being Australia, eh? Yeah, they should consider their approach and how it affects them. All right, so we did a controversial press conference. Arfield out for 3 months. Okay, hope he comes back stronger. We'll have to pick a replacement. So, who are we going to go with? I guess Tyler Pasher fits into the Scott Arfield role, but I should probably look at a left back that I can bring in. If I can bring in a left back, Kamal Miller's one option. Then that frees up Alphonso Davis. Ah, Laia. I didn't pick him for some reason. Let's bring Laia in. There we go. Yes. Well, if you mean that's brilliant by my Congo story, I'd have a different view on that. All right, so we haven't started off this particular stream very well. We're two down, 2 defeats in our first 2 matches, unfortunately. By the way, if for those of you still in here, make sure you do hit the like button on the watch page, so any other viewers of my channel will get this pushed onto their recommendations when they log in. But yeah, we'll that seems to have worked over, I don't know directly how people end up in the streams, but that did definitely worked in the last one when we had everyone hit like. We definitely then got a boost in viewership a little bit. Sam Adekugbe, yes, he's out injured at the moment. He has been our starting... Yes, thanks for clarifying. He has been our starting left back in most of the games so far. Just, yeah, he's injured here, unfortunately. He did get involved a bit. There's a short on my channel, you might want to check it out, where in the Gold Cup, he was brilliant in the opening game against the USA. He scored... well, he didn't score, sorry. He set a beautiful assist for the first goal. And then he kind of gave the ball away in the area for USA to equalise. Unfortunately, in the final moment. So yeah, that he's become noticed, let's say. So we're going to set things back to positive, and what else do we need to do here? I think we probably, yeah, that's all fine. No, actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for one of my other go-to tactics. We're going to go for something a bit more adventurous, because we will need to press them and get a goal off them pretty sharpish. So that's what we'll do. We'll just put Osorio more advanced. Piat can be box to box. Estequio maybe will make him a slightly more defensive minded, and Osorio slightly more attack minded. That'll do the trick. All right, let's get the press conference out of the way. It'll be nice to win every match. Situation at Colombia. Let's have a look. Did Colombia not... Okay, they only got a 2-1 win at home over New Zealand, so could be an upset in the other game. Yeah, they should stick with him. All right. Let's get this match in. Let's get your score predictions then. So we're 2-1 down. We're 2-1 down from the first leg. Will that away goal be crucial? Can we beat Australia and make it to the World Cup? let's have your predictions in the comments, scoreline predictions. And hopefully, we had a slow start to the stream on Sunday as well, so hopefully, just like we did on Sunday, we'll turn this around a little bit. Let me just see, going back to the poll, 11 votes now, and we've got 73% saying Canada and Colombia go through, 27% saying Australia and Colombia, nobody fancies New Zealand. All right, well, both games finished 2-1, interesting. So in both matches, you're going to have the home teams chasing the game initially. All right, let's get out there. Don't want to make any further changes to that. So the tactic looked a bit like your Italy one. Yeah, that was the one I was using for Italy in my first Euros save. But yeah, this is the one I've been using mainly in my other saves, the classic go-to 4-2-3-1. Still not getting much of an effect with my team talks. Anyway, Australia always have the potential to mix it up. Yeah, Cornelius is good to go. So are we. All right. Early chance for us here. Cordova with the corner into Cavallini. Heads it just wide. That would have been the dream start to get a goal after just 3 minutes, but not to be on this occasion. And now we're going to worry every time Australia come forward, because, of course, if they score, that just wipes out our slight way back into the tie with that away goal. Here we go. Davis, put him further up, want him to get more involved in the game. He does. Beautiful pullback to Osorio. Shot blocked, so Australia, you know, obviously they're getting men behind the ball. They don't want to concede and give us the advantage. Oof. Okay, so bright start from us at least. We are going to encourage the team to do some more of that. All right. Come on. Don't let Australia score here, please. Diego to Moy. Oh, no. Damn it. Damn it. Arzani made the run into the box. Ugh. That's not good at all. Get a highlight straight from the kickoff, though. Now we have to score twice, though, just to draw level. Australia, will they sit deep and try to hold on to this lead they've got now, or will they go for a second? Oh, looks like they might be going for a second, unfortunately. Deary me, this is not what we hoped for. No. There was just an air of inevitability about it. As soon as they won the ball off us in that advanced position, you just thought they're going to go up the other end and score. And that's exactly what's happened. I have to shout at the team now. We're going to drop back to our more balanced version of the tactic. We started off pretty well also, but now we're really in trouble. Because even if we can somehow turn this around to go 3-2, then Australia have the away goals advantage. Not good at all. All right. I don't think there's going to be much of a way back in this. Definitely a mountain to climb. Okay, so Espen, you're off. Okay. So, yeah, have a great evening, great summer. Okay, certainly I'll be in touch soon. Old Lady Plays, thanks for joining us. You've joined us. I don't think there's any good time to join us at the moment. But, yeah, not a great start. So, we'll drop the line back a bit. We're obviously getting exposed a little bit. We'll take off slow pace down because we don't want that. We don't want to waste time. We don't need the overlap. But, yeah, let's just get out there. There's not a lot we can do other than hope we get an early goal. It's going to take 4 goals now. That's going to be some kind of miracle. That's going to be the miracle on grass kind of stuff to get us through to the World Cup. But We've given the ball away cheaply again. It's Australia's game. They definitely came here prepared. Oh man, we're gonna have to we're just gonna have to take out our frustrations on Martinique in a few days. But anyway, here comes Davis. Long run. Oof, good effort, good save. It's a shame. If that had gone in, that perhaps could have given us that slight little slither of hope. But yeah, this could be a write-off. I think we're just going to have to settle for qualifying for the 2026 World Cup by virtue of hosting part of it. That's our best way in. Oh well. Yeah. Goals in this match are identical to the goals in the first encounter. Yeah, over the top. Long balls through the middle. We changed tactic as well, slightly. But yeah, it's obviously not working. Australia are just walking away with this now. So I don't know, do we change tactic again? So we can put Piet in there. We'll put these guys onto support. Yeah, it's just been a pretty rubbish performance all around. Who's playing particularly badly? Cavallini's not having a great game at all, so we'll get him off. Put Jonathan David up front. See if he can nab a goal or two for us. Laier's not having a great game at left back, but I'm reluctant to drop Davis back. We'll bring on Kai then. Get out there and make a difference. We only need 5 goals now in the last 35 minutes. Average of 7 minutes a goal. It's doable. But let's see. There we go. The comeback trail has begun. David and Davis combining. Ooh, here we go. This could be the beginning of one of the greatest FM comebacks of all time. Or it could be the final highlight we see all night. All right. Yes, true to life. Canada bottling the playoffs. The Aussies have stolen our dream. Typical stuff from that bunch. Yes. Unfortunately. Well, as long as we, don't get thrashed. Though we've probably spoken too soon now. Irvine again. Whew. Luckily for us, played it into no one. Wow. That was a belter. Absolute belter from distance. Luckily, Borjan was wise to it. Kept it out. And then they score off the corner. Oh, dearie me. Can we get straight back into it? Yes, Jonathan David. Instant reply. We're still in this, somehow. We're not really, but at least there have been plenty of goals. Just mainly at the wrong end. Henry heads over. That could have made things interesting if it had gone in, but... I think Davis called for a penalty there. He didn't get it. Now it's probably Australia to launch a counter. No, good. We've won it back. Good interception from Kay. Made the overlap. Good. That's what we like to see. Still got the desire. And there we go. Oh, there we go. Now it's 4-3. Don't run off and celebrate. Pick the bloody ball up. Get it back to the centre. Right. I'm going to encourage the team from here. And let's have a look. I'm just going to go with, we've already made changes and those have worked. So I'm not going to tweak anything else tactically. We'll perhaps make some changes in the middle of the park. So we'll bring in Borges for Osorio just to get some fit legs in there. Probably then we can bring on Vittoria for Cornelius as well, because Cornelius is looking pretty tired. Get out there and make a difference. Anything can happen. Time to go for more strikers. Well, I'm not sure. We've started to score goals now. We've made a few tweaks, so we don't. Well, wouldn't really matter if we lose with conceding 5 or 6, because we still lost. But let's see if we can get something here. Make it 4-4. Now that would. Oh no! I thought we were going to get a penalty there, which certainly would have made things interesting for the final 10 minutes. We would have definitely considered sticking 2 or 3 up top, long balls forward and all that kind of stuff. As it is, though, we've got Australia trying to do a bit of tiki-taka, but it doesn't work for them. Over the top to Jonathan David. Oh. Now that is interesting. We still need 2 goals. What do you think? Can we do it? Is it worth sliding things around to try and make it happen? So let's see, as a striking option, I've got Liam Millar I can bring on. Okay, Estequio is looking pretty tired, so let's bring on Liam Millar, stick him up top with Jonathan David. We'll put Piet in, so we'll go kind of a 4-2-4. We'll get him in a support role. Right, what's going to be the best role here for him? Let's get him deep line forward attack. Good. And get Kay and Cordova in the wing back roles. We're going to go attacking. Australia have to be worried at this point, right? Tell them to be a bit more expressive. Shoot on sight, absolutely. We'll go wide, stretch the pitch a bit. And we'll push that line up. Certainly push that attacking line up. Yeah, we'll go whole hog. Give the team talk, make a difference, and watch now as we concede twice. It has been a wild game. 4 in 15 minutes, leave it alone. No! I've pressed all the buttons. Of course I have. Now we'll... Oh no, we are going to get another highlight. Come on. Get it off them. Steal it off them. Quickly get up the other end. Oh, good save from Borjan. Oof. We're still alive. The World Cup dream. It's still there. It's slipping out of our reach still, but it's a lot closer to our reach than it was about 15-20 minutes ago. Okay, come on. Let's get it straight up there. Ah, no, we've left too much space at the back. Yeah. I thought the highlight was going to continue there. I feel kind of cheated now. Well, it was indeed a wild game. We got entertainment, value for money. We don't make it to the World Cup, though. It just wasn't to be on this occasion. Well, we deserved more. Jonathan David scored a fantastic strike. So it is indeed Colombia and Australia who make it through, unfortunately. Bechu has been injured. Doesn't look like we need to pick anybody else, though. Never mind. Don't touch a thing, says Old Lady Plays, but yeah, never mind. As Greeno pointed out, we just hit every button. It's just a shame that the defence had hit the red button earlier in the match. Players have retired. Jonathan Osorio has retired from international football. He's only 29. Let's see if we can talk him out of it. Nope. Too soon. Maybe once we're in the Gold Cup, we'll get him back on board. Anyway, yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Jonathan David was a good player. We've had a brief discussion. Okay, we reflect on the journey. We're a better team than when we started. There we go. All right, yes, thanks for joining us, Espen. Oh, there was another. Right, I'm not reading my emails properly again. Osorio. Let's have a look. Now I can't find the match. Okay. Who? I don't even know who that is. Olivier Osion, 40-year-old player at Cavalry FC, who I've never picked. So it's a good age to retire for him. All right, yeah, thanks again for joining us, Espen. We'll catch up again soon. Martinique then is our next game in about 8 days' time, so a good opportunity to take out some frustrations from those first couple of matches. First of all, our old boys, the Cayman Islands, get the win against Bahamas. Oh, I guess that means I do not have the detail level on for this, so let's just fix that. Always worth, I find, getting these on, especially for the continent that you're in. Just makes it, I think, a bit more realistic, because sometimes you might get it that a team has good players, but then they seem to be underperforming all the time. There we go, North American Nations League, all competitive matches. Yeah, because the game's kind of just doing a very quick simulation of the result. All right, there we go. I think for North America, that's pretty much everything. Ah, wait, I could have just... Oh, that's Continental Club. Okay. There we go. Petrasso is out as well. We'll have to wait and see. He's not a starter, so I'm not going to make any promises to him about returning to the squad. Okay, let's have a look. So yeah, Ocean, if I'm saying his name right, was a decent scorer once upon a time. Former Oud player, okay. So he had a good spell in Norway. Okay. Yeah, I guess climate-wise it must be quite similar for a lot of the Canadians to head over to Norway. So I see Olympic football action has begun. So are Canada represented at the Olympics? Obviously, for Team GB, we've got a women's team out there. As usual, though, no men's team. Let's see, Adekugbe returning to fitness imminently, but we'll leave him out for now. So let's see, we had Berchu and Petrasso out injured. So we'll bring in Becker. We'll need someone who can play on the wings as well. Pasha's an option, maybe. Junior Hollier seems to have disappeared. Maybe he's retired as well after failing to find a club. Right, so let's bring in Bustos. Marco Bustos. And then I think we've got one more space, haven't we? I want to bring a youngster in, as it's Martinique, so I'm thinking I'll call up one of the guys from the under-20s. So let's see who we got. We've got Satyam Singh. We've got Lee Chow, who could... now he looks promising. Definitely. Perhaps he's someone I should cap before he gets called up by the China team. Okay, I'm going to do it. Let's call up Lee Chow. About time we got some regens in. We're like 2 years into the game now. Let's have a look. Randy Samuel, so that's another Canadian who went to Norway. There were two brothers as well, but you can't remember their last name. De Guzman, was he a player in the Norwegian league as well? All right. Lee shall be shown to Canada call. They're thinking I should have called up this guy. Okay, we'll bear him in mind. Is Shom in my... he's not even in the national pool. Let's get that sorted out. Larin. Oh, I forgot about Larin. He was injured when I named the previous squad. I'll have to make a note to call him up again next time. So Shome is okay. All right. Yeah, it would be good to get some CPL players in as well, so that we're not... Yeah, we're not kind of just dominated by players based in Europe and a few MLS guys as well. Ooh, so Samuel Piette is obviously... I guess MLS players do this every so often, don't they? He's gone straight back in to play a match for his club. You know, even though there's only 10 days between international fixtures. I remember it was 2002, I think, Landon Donovan. I remember hearing about him that USA were eliminated from the World Cup. I think it was the quarterfinals. And then literally like 36 hours later, he was back in Los Angeles playing for the Galaxy. You know, he just jumped straight on a plane as soon as he was released from the international squad. So, low turnout expected for our game with Martinique. I like that we're playing this in Edmonton, so we've obviously made it as a longer journey for Martinique as possible. Or maybe Vancouver would have been a longer journey, but yeah, good. It's good to think about it that way. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to lose this game, of course. We want to see a positive reaction. Every player is here on merit. They're questioning my decision to call up a 17-year-old. Yeah, he's delighted to be with us. We've made 5 changes. Well, we had a player retire and 2 others go out injured. Okay. Yeah, sure. It'll be a confidence boost. Why not? All right. Let's get ourselves out there. Tajon Buchanan for New England. Okay, I'll have a look at him. All right. Let's have a look. So Randy Samuel was the first real star of the Canadian men's team from the World Cup in '86. Okay, good. Got the information from World Soccer Magazine. Cool. That reminds me, in some, back in the days when we only had access to our 4 terrestrial channels and just had to kind of catch sport when it was on, no on-demand stuff. I remember a program, maybe Greeno might remember this one, or perhaps it was an international thing as well. I think it was on Saturday mornings. It was called Transworld Sports or something like that, and they would show highlights from just various sports around the globe, and every so often they'd feature football from places like South America, like international matches in the CONCACAF zone or matches in Asia and things like that. It was quite an interesting, made for some quite interesting viewing. Anyway, let's plug some gaps here. So we're going to bring in Becker. Who did we bring in? I think, was it? Did I bring in? No, I didn't bring in a left back. That was a bit remiss of me, but okay. So we'll give Becker a start. We'll give Waterman a start as well. Bring him in for Cornelius. I'm kind of thinking we'll take it slightly easy against Martinique. We'll keep Lee Chow as a substitute. We'll bring him on at some point in the second half. And I'm thinking put David up top and we'll play... Yeah, let's give Miller a run out on the right. Okay, good stuff. It's Martinique. We've beaten them easily before in the Gold Cup. Okay, Transworld Sport. You always watched it. It was only later that I realised, of course, sometimes some of those football highlights they'd be showing, it would be stuff that actually happened about 3 months before. It just took a bit of time to filter through. Okay, we're favourites for a reason. Okay, I need to build a better connection with this team, I think. They're just not reacting to my team talks these days. All right. This should be an easy win. Let's get your score predictions then. How are we going to do against Martinique? Can we get back to winning ways? Well, been a bit of a dull game so far, but okay, we finally got a highlight. 23rd minute. Becker playing in Millard. So 2 of the new boys. Oh, Millar's hit the post. Good effort. That's the kind of incisive attacking play we were lacking until about the 60th minute against Australia. Dearie me. Thinking about that now, I think we took the lead in the away game. I thought at that point we've got a really good chance here, but we just couldn't see it through. At least there wasn't the pressure on us to get through. Like Colombia must have had in the other match. All right, come on, Davis. Get the ball out there. Millar, get the cross in. Yes, he does. Becker just got his foot underneath it. All right, let's have a look. So you're going for 3-1, Old Lady plays. Zebu Nation going for 4-0. Let's see if we can get a goal before half-time. We've certainly had plenty of chances after a quiet start. We'll demand a bit more from the team. We need to get a goal before half-time. A goal for us, preferably. Okay, confident catch from Borjan. Let's see if we can launch a counter from here. Oh, Davis getting dispossessed far too easily there. No, it looks like Martinique are going to have a little bit of a spell now. That concerns me. All right, good stuff from Waterman. Come on, Davis. Go on a run. Get past the last man. Fire off a shot. He just took it too wide. One stride too many, I think. All right. Okay, all the way back to the keeper. Certainly getting plenty of highlights, just not much on target at the moment. Come on, Becker. Davis. Ooh, good save from the keeper. Monsieur Essor. Okay. I do remember last year at some point, our friend of the channel, FM Llama, mooting the idea of kind of rerunning his island dreams that he did with Northern Mariana Islands, but using someone like Martinique or Guadeloupe, and trying to get the French players and try and get them to win the Gold Cup. Which I think he should do that. If he doesn't, maybe I'll do it at some point, or I'll attempt it. Look at that heat map. Basically, every player in our team, except for our goalkeeper, has had an average position on the halfway line or above, and their team is the exact opposite, apart from the goalkeeper. Man, Martinique have done very well to get to half-time at 0-0. All right, let's see. Hopefully an improved performance in the second half. We've got to get the breakthrough eventually. Yeah, it was a good bit of play from Becker, that's for sure. Ooh, that's not how we wanted to start this half, is it? Man. It's just not my night, what can I say? Oh, that's absolutely shocking defending. Hint of offside, but no, he was being played on. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to take off the play out of defence. We're just going to have to up the tempo a bit. We'll put in the early crosses because I think, yeah, early. And I should go for low crosses. I think we've got the pace. We can outpace the Martinique defence. Right. We've got 30 minutes to turn this around. If we don't win this, then we're facing the possibility of relegation down to Group B, which wouldn't be good. And then I don't know what that would mean for our Gold Cup status. Would we have to then go through a qualifying playoff? Or do just all Division A teams go through? Only 15 minutes left. Yeah, we don't do clean sheets. Definitely not. All right, let's see if we can stop Martinique from doing a clean sheet here. Come on, that's it. Good running from Davis to pick that up. We've got men out wide if we want to use them. There we go. Get it in. I thought I took off the short passing. But anyway, here we go. We got it through to Davis. Cross is blocked. Oh, man, they are really packing that box. Oof. We hit the bar. Oh. And it is not our night at all. Right. Let's just go a bit wider. I felt we were playing it a bit too centrally there. And yeah, we'll just start launching it over the top now. Maybe time for some subs. Get Cavallini on. Just try to overwhelm them in this final few minutes. Oh man, we should be wrapping up a comfortable win here, not like struggling to get a point. Deary me. There's not been my night at all so far. Right, Becker, I think I'll take him off. We wanted to bring on Lee Chow, but it's not really the best time. Right. Let's get him on as a shadow striker, and then box to box, off you go. It's going to expose us in the middle, I know, but no, we're into stoppage time. We're just running down the clock. What is going on tonight? I think the heat is getting to my computer. It's like messed it up somehow. That is a throw water bottle moment, I think. Deary me, deary me. No, not even an option for a team meeting to throw more water bottles. Alright, well, not our night at all. Well, let's have a look. So, schedule-wise, we've got a bit of a gap now. We would have to skip through the next 2 months in holiday mode to get up to the final two Nations League matches. Mexico at home, Martinique away. We're going to have to win at least one of them to not finish bottom of the group. So what do you reckon? Do we... Oh, no, it's not that bad. I don't want to retire yet. Do we finish this Nations League campaign off in this stream? It'll take about probably 6 minutes or so, 6 or 7 minutes to holiday through to the next squad selection date. So let me know if you're up for watching those final two games, see if we can salvage something from this stream that's just been four defeats so far. Yeah, not too bad, 6 or 7 minutes. Alright, let's get our chat screen up while we're doing it. Alright, so maybe, maybe those of you who are still here, we can just share with us what plans you've got. I know a lot of people might be thinking now, Football Manager, what are we going to do? I see like Leodamus, for example, wrapped up his Stuttgart save today. So anybody got any plans for short-term saves to tide them over to FM22? Or are you going to take a break, play something else, do something else? I've obviously got this going. We're going to keep this running. We've got more tournaments coming up. With next year, there's going to be the Gold Cup again. Then we're probably going to have 2 more iterations of the Gold Cup before we get to the 2026 World Cup and the Nations League as well. A couple of extra tournaments in there. So we've definitely got another 5 or 6 live streams to come out of this one, I think. But then, yeah, I'll be thinking about what to do next. Oh, Football Manager Maniac. Welcome. Welcome. Hope you are well also. Good to see you back. Old Lady Plays. So, 1914 project should last another 12 weeks or so. And then we should just do it for FM21. Yeah, I think, yeah, if you've got another 12 weeks, yeah, then you'll be looking at getting into October time. So, yeah, and then we're probably looking, I would imagine, going by the last couple of years, probably going to be mid-November, I'd say, before we get a full release. I know Miles is saying he's not going to answer any questions about anything before there's an announcement, so we'll just have to wait and see. Yes. So, how are you, Moses? What have you been up to recently? Any thoughts on the Euros and all of that? It was fun while it lasted. On the pitch, at least. Let's see, just keeping an eye. I've got... Okay, as far as the holidaying goes, we are up to July now, so squad selection date was late August. Yeah, except for the disgraceful part. Like I said, on the pitch. It was all good on the pitch. But, yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to get back to making some more kind of guides and things like that. Some ideas I've had, I'll be keeping them to one side for around the time the next version of the game comes out, but there'll be a few other things that I'll put out now in the meantime. And then, yeah, that New Gen Nation, I got that simulated, but I just never got round to recording it. I've got like the first couple of updates scripted and all my notes written up, so it's just a matter now of actually getting round to doing it. So once this Canada series is finished, I think we'll move on to New Gen Nation. So Moses just got back into FM21, finishing off relegation save and then complete the Madrid save. Okay, so did he have a bit of time off from playing the game? And creating tactics as well. Okay, nice. Be good. Interesting to see if you've got any insights to share. I think this Canada team could do with some. Yes. Yeah, so I'll be getting... yeah, so I've got an experiment, a couple of guides to do, and then we'll keep going with the live streams through the summer as well. Perhaps move on to another nation or another mini save after Canada. So I was tempted to do Qatar as well, because of course then you've got Qatar in the Gold Cup, and then you've got things like the FIFA Arab Cup. I made a file for that, and then obviously their own World Cup, and then you'd have the Asian Cup and the Gulf Cup and all those things coming up. So within a 4-year period, there's a lot of competitive football for Qatar. So still, it could be an option. Although sometimes, yeah, I do wonder, it's a little bit awkward sometimes, isn't it? When, you know, you think, I'll do a series with Qatar, but then you think at the same time, it's a bit of a controversial choice. I don't know. There's another question for you. Would you ever not manage a nation in Football Manager for like real life political reasons? Like, would you turn down like Myanmar as an international job, or Qatar or Saudi Arabia or something like that? Or would you just think, oh, it's just a game. I'll just manage them and see how we do. I guess it's like that question, would you ever manage your rivals? Like if you got a job offer from the rivals of the team you support, would you consider it? Okay, we're up to late July in the holidaying now, so yeah, not too far away. A couple more minutes and we'll be able to pick our squad for the final couple of games. So, old lady plays there. I knew you'd bring up the Woolwich team. So you wouldn't and never have managed Woolwich. Okay, good. And Moses, you're saying you've done Arteta, Mourinho, Jack Grealish, with Villa, and you're doing Guardiola City. So sounds like you've got a lot of projects on the go there. It would be good to see. Good to see some of those up on your channel soon. Yeah, but just thinking of rivals, I think I have on a couple of occasions in the past I've managed Liverpool as a Manchester United rival. Don't think I've ever managed Manchester City though, not that I recall. But I've managed plenty of other teams who were or had been in the recent past rivals of Manchester United. Like at one point around the early 2000s, Newcastle was always my go-to team. On any new version of FM, I'd always do like a Newcastle save for a couple of months and then move on to something else, a smaller team, something like that. With Turkey, there's certain teams that I would perhaps avoid managing, just because I know, especially if I did it on the channel, that managing a Turkish club would, without a doubt, it would attract quite a significant number of Turkish viewers to the channel, and then there are certain teams that would attract a lot of comments as well. So it might be best to avoid. So let's have a look here. Funny, in FM21, Tottenham tend to sack Mourinho. But yeah, wait, did it end up happening? Yes. Yeah, so what do you think, Kate, about your new manager? It reminds me of Pochettino's appointment, just in the same manner that he was, obviously at Southampton, they'd done better than expected, and then he moved on to Tottenham, so it's a bit similar with Nuno here. I think that he's obviously done very well at Wolves, taken them to a higher level than they were before. I guess they're hoping then that he will be able to take Spurs another step forward as well, like Mourinho's predecessor did. Okay, good. We're finally into August on the holidaying mode, so not long left before we get onto that. See, this is what Greeno was saying about you can't do an international save as a live stream because there'll be too many long pauses between matches. Panic appointment, says the guy whose team picked Arteta. Well, Arteta's still there. How long's Arteta been the Arsenal manager now? Must be a couple of years now. Yeah, I have a feeling Kane will stay. I think just the state of club football for all the big teams at the moment. I think we're at a strange point where there's just no one who could really afford the kind of fees that would be involved, the finances that would be involved, both across the transfer fee, the salary, and everything else. Or the ones that could afford it, perhaps wouldn't necessarily need him. Yeah, no one will pay Levy's. No one will pay Levy's price. Yeah, unlikely. Because I think I was reading an article, the analysis, they were saying basically the teams that could afford him, and then they kind of eliminated some on the basis of they wouldn't want him because they already have a lot of competition. Like PSG probably wouldn't be interested because they've already stockpiled a significant amount of strikers. Or other teams who, like Man City, it would probably put them on the wrong side of the financial fair play rules, although those don't seem to apply to those don't seem to apply to Man City in the same way as everyone else. But yeah, and then they said Chelsea, basically it would only be Chelsea who were left. But yeah, I'm not sure where he could actually go. Okay, I'm going to switch back into game mode now, because as you can see, I think the date for naming the squad was something like 22nd, 23rd. So that's coming up next. So we'll do these 2 matches and then we'll call it an evening there. So I think, yeah, Mexico at home. Now in World Cup qualifying, we did get a draw. That was a 2-2 draw. So if we can repeat that, then we go into the Martinique game with a chance to haul ourselves out of the relegation position. Yes, which, you know, I doubt Martinique are going to get anything off Mexico in either of their games with them. That would be huge if they did. I highly doubt it. But anyway, Mexico at home coming up first. We'll have a look at the squad, see who's missing and things like that. There may well be players injured, unavailable for various reasons. So let's have a look. You're tempted to start an international save. So how do I find it, especially with the gaps? Yeah, I mean, one thing that I like about the gaps, actually, is I find, like, as a secondary save to my main club save, I generally like to have 2 saves on the go. And international is perfect because you just make rapid progress and switch it on one evening, play a tournament, then maybe I can't actually play, I'm a bit busy, I might just have my computer on holiday through to the next international window and then pick it up another time. So that works. Obviously, you kind of miss out on all the transfers and things like that. And there are certain things we know that are famously lacking in international management in Football Manager. So the fact that you can't get your... Oh, sorry, I just clicked on something by mistake. The fact that you can't get your squad together for training camps and things like that. You can't really do anything with your squad once you've named them other than just have a chat with them. This is the guy that was mentioned before as a potential member of the squad, Buchanan. So yeah, we'll look to get him in. So who have we got suspended? This is progress. I am aware of players who are going to be suspended for once. So Estaquillo is going to be suspended. He didn't play particularly well in the last couple of games. Tristan Borges is reportedly fit. Okay, good. So yeah, definitely is a secondary or short-term save if you want to do something like just fire it up and, play as Portugal, see if you can, get Ronaldo to win something before he retires. That kind of thing could make for a fun short-term save. International Journeyman is one that I'd like to get back to at some point when I get the time. Because then, of course, you just get to bounce around starting out with minnow nations and work your way up to something bigger. Right, so we've got a couple of players who are carrying knocks coming into this. So Bustos and Chapman. Estaquillo is banned for 1 game. I think, though, I might take the opportunity just to do some rotation. So I'll drop these guys from the team and just bring some new faces in. Right, so let's see. Estaquillo obviously suspended. I mean, he's one of the higher rated players. Oh, he's at Ajax now. He's moved. Wow, that's a big move for him. Valued at 23 million now. Okay, we're definitely bringing Adekugbe back in, so we'll call him up to the squad. Let's have a look. So we'll bring these guys that were recommended to us in as well. So Buchanan and Shom. And that's probably my 23, isn't it? And we said we were going to bring back a Kyle Larin as well. So who would make what? Yeah, we'll drop Lee Chow for now. His time will come in the Canada squad. Maybe he'll be a star of the 2026 World Cup. Let's have a look. Where has he gone? Okay, I've probably scrolled past him several times. Kyle Larin. Let's just find him from here. He's scored for us in the past. We know that. Right, there we go. Kyle Larin. There we go. That's our 23-man squad. Okay, good. So Mexico up first. They obviously topped the group. It could be, I suppose, Mexico will be... Probably a point would suit them. Yeah, if they get a point, they top the group and go through to the finals. So hopefully they'll go easy on us. All right, so what are our predictions then for this game? Home to Mexico. Can we repeat our result from World Cup qualifying, which was 2-2? Or are we going to repeat one of our other results against Mexico, which have generally involved them scoring 4 goals? Let me know your thoughts, your predictions in the chat. Okay. Let's have a look. We're cautiously optimistic ahead of the fixtures. I'm not holding a team meeting. Not after the first couple of team meetings we had. They didn't react very well to what I had to say at all. But then the game didn't give me any nice things to say. If you were here for the first stream, well, if you weren't here for the first stream, I'll fill you in. We got to the semi-final of the Gold Cup, which had exceeded expectations. I did a team meeting afterwards, clicked on the button, and the one option, the only single option to say to the team was, I'm disappointed. You came within touching distance of the trophy, but you couldn't do it. And then, of course, they were all furious. So I've avoided team talks since. Oh, just a second. There we go. We got a little visitor. Making her on-stream debut. It's Daisy. Hello. There we go. She's been suffering a bit with the heat recently. Just finding herself a cool spot to lie down. All right, then let's get back to the game. Focused. Not her, I'll tell you that much. She's a bit on the naughty side, unfortunately. But still a pup, I suppose. All right, so I am... Do we go back to this one? Tactics-wise. So I'm going to go with Cavallini up front, and we'll bring David in. We'll keep Larin on the bench. Then I'm going to make some changes in midfield, though. Let's see. Got Ferdinand as an option. Shown we could try him out. See how he does in place of Kai's more of a backup, I think. And yeah, Piet obviously is going to play in that deeper role today. Yeah, I think that'll do. We don't have high hopes for this game, unfortunately. It's at BMO Field, so the real home of Canadian football. Hopefully that's going to... Yeah, we are running out of chances. I'm not going to make any predictions. Oh, that's put everyone in a downcast mood. Business as usual. I can handle the pressure. Yeah, we're going to put things right, and usual question about players based abroad. And it's going to be a big confidence boost to see Larin back. We've omitted Arfield. Yeah, I just forgot to reselect him. And I have damaged my relationship with the press. Never mind. So, Football Manager Maniacs going for 3-2 to Canada. Old Lady Plays with a typical Canadian apology tagged on the end is going for 3-1 to Mexico. But a former international, an ex-Canada international, whoever that may be, says we can beat Mexico. Okay, Samuel Piet is speaking to the press, trying to big it up as well. Well, you never know. After the results we've had so far in this stream, so we got thrashed by Mexico in the first game. We thought we'd got a good result, or at least a result that we could still progress with against Australia in that first leg, but we threw it all away in the second leg. And then Martinique. I will have to reanalyze that match after the stream is finished, just to find out what on earth happened there. Yeah, that was, parking the bus stuff. Anyway, let's get them all G'd up as much as we can. Get out there and make a difference. Play your natural game. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's get out there for the game then. Right. Starting with a highlight for Mexico. I think in the other games they have scored early against us. Just that home game we had against them in World Cup qualifying, we did open the scoring in that one. But, that was just way too easy. Way too easy. Not a good start for us at all. Right, let's demand more from them at this point. Come on, boys, we've got to be doing better than this. Perhaps overconfident after our better than expected start with the Gold Cup and the World Cup qualifying, but yeah, Nations League, yeah, it's not that important anyway, is it? Here comes Shome, Davis, Adekuge. Oh, it's gone in. I think that's going to go down as an own goal for the keeper. Oh, get in. Get in. Adekuge, maybe he's the key. He wasn't available for the first few matches because of his injury, and here he is. He's back, and he's doing the business. Boom, look at that. Oh, unlucky keeper, but good to see us get back into it. So we're on track for both predictions at the moment. We could still have the 3-2 of Football Manager Maniac. We could still have the 3-1 of Old Lady Place. All right, we did well to get back into that at least. If we have a look, both teams are pretty even. Mexico are perhaps slightly more advanced than we are, but pretty even so far. So we'll tell them, yeah, that we're pleased with how things are going. Let's keep it up and get straight out there for the second half. I'm sure Mexico will be looking for a winner. I'm pretty sure they will. Ooh, Jonathan David has got a knock. Okay, let's nurse him through the match a bit. We're going to hit a shout here, but after this highlight's finished, Piet, Cordova, come on. Let's get something here. Cordova gets the cross in. Cavallini. Oh, praise. I was going to encourage them, but get in. Ooh, we're 2-1 up against Mexico. We've set it up perfectly now. But Old Lady Plays prediction to come true with a couple of late goals for Mexico. But, oh, look at that. Beautiful stuff from Cordova. Cavallini finally gets back on the score sheet. That crucially moves us above Martinique in the table. Right, let's do some substitutions then. So, David has got the knock. I think we will take him off. So, Kyle Larin comes back into the fray. He Yeah, he can stay as an inside forward. Then Shom's got a card, so let's get him out of there. We'll bring Borges in, and Waterman, more defensive-minded player, in as well. All right, good stuff, boys. Good stuff. We don't want to jinx it. Here come Mexico. Gallardo. Oh, good clearance from Shom there, doing the business. Oh, they kept it in play. They really did chase that down. That's a sign that they are going to go for it, the Mexicans, in the final 10 minutes. Good defending. Oof, it's a corner. I don't know, do I drop back to balanced, or do I think, don't touch anything? We're doing well here. Larin, ooh, would Jonathan David have scored that? Possibly. But, highlight continues. Ooh, Cordova. Ooh, I was worried there that was going to be a red card for him. Pretty rough challenge. Davis now with the chance. Good effort. Let's praise the team again. Come on, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Oof, Mexico just fire wide. I mean, of course, with the table, Mexico, then, they're top of the group. They're through. They don't need this. They don't need this like I do. Yes. Well, you know, it always works that way, doesn't it? You go and warm up your supper, refill your tea, or get another drink from the fridge, and we get goals. 2-2 again. So it was, in the end, the exact same result as our World Cup qualifying match at home. But a good result. Why are these guys demotivated? Okay. That means, though, we have to win. If we'd have held on to the 2-1, then a point in Martinique would have been enough for us not to get relegated. We deserved far more than that, yes. So now we're going to have to go to Martinique and win to not get relegated down to Division B. Okay, at least it makes the final game a bit more exciting. We've got high stakes here for this final match of the evening. Then we'll have a look. We'll be back after this on Sunday. I guess we won't do I was hoping we might be announcing a bonus Friday stream to play the World Cup, but it's obviously not happening. So yeah, we'll just have to stick to the normal schedule. That'll give me the time to play through to 2023, the summer of 2023, when we're going to have one of my additional competitions, the World Soccer Series, and then the Gold Cup as well. So, yes, we are definitely looking for revenge on Martinique. Jonathan David, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And that's it for journalists to ask us 2 questions. Fantastic stuff. All right, so last match of the evening, all to play for. Of course, for Martinique, it would be massive to, finish ahead of us and keep their place in Division A. And, prove all those people who said, they're just going to finish bottom of the group. Wrong for doubting them. Okay, so David can start, which is good. He will. I'm going to make some changes, though, here. So I think Taibert needs to come out. Shom was pretty impressive in that last game, but he's not fully fit. So I think we'll have to make the change. I'm going to bring in Kai for him. Cornelius, but he's also looking not quite fit enough. So who have we got who can play in his place? Buchanan would be an option instead of David. I think I'm going to bring on Ferdinand for Cornelius. Why not? What a great game to make your debut and make your mark on the team. All right, we'll start with David. We can always sub him off if he's struggling. I always wonder when you've got a player, just thinking about real life football, when you've got a player who's carrying an injury coming into a game, and you'll sometimes see them start on the bench, and I always wonder why they don't just put them on at the start of the match, and then if the injury proves to be a problem, you take them off. Whereas if you sub them on, and then the injury proves to be a problem, you've got to take them off again. Anyway, that's just a thought I had. Okay, let's get out there. See what we can do. Score predictions in the chat, please. So you maybe drop to a flat 4. You mean in flat 4 in midfield? Yeah, we'll see. I think obviously we did well with this against Mexico, so I kind of, from game to game, I will only look at changing things if there's something very specific about the opponent that I want to exploit or protect ourselves against. Oh, nearly a great goal there. Or if, we're not doing very well and we need to make some tweaks and changes. But, yeah, formation-wise, I tend to kind of stick to what's working. Davis hit the post. Oof. This is like the first game against Martinique. We've had our chances early on, but haven't been able to convert anything yet. 3-1 Canada. Okay. I like the sound of that. You've obviously learned not to predict a clean sheet for the Canadians. Oh, look at that from Adekugbe. Cavallini can't finish this time, though. Oh, that was a beautiful long ball straight into the box. Okay, here we come. Come on, we've got to score off one of these. Davis, is he going to shoot? Yes, but saved by the keeper. Whoa, this has already got signs that it's potentially not going to be our night. Okay, more pressure from Canada. Cavallini again heads over. Oh, dearie me. All right. Kai's got it. Can we work something from the right side? Come on, get it back to Cordova. No, we play it out to Borges. Borges, good. Okay, good stuff. We switched it out to the other flank. Okay, come on. Yes, Cordova in acres of space. Hit the cross in. I could swear... Okay, we scored off it. Never mind. I'm not going to complain, but I could swear we had hit early crosses selected. Obviously didn't do it, but no worries. Cavallini finally got the goal. Finally. Now, hopefully this is going to be floodgates opening and we go on to trounce them from here. But nice, simple header from Cavallini. Good stuff. We haven't given up a shot against these yet. Old Lady Plays agrees with the 3-1. Hopefully you mean you could see 3-1 for Canada and not Martinique. All right, here we go. Chance for number 2 here. Come on. It's Kai again. Davis has his header blocked. Borges, though, keeps it alive. Cavallini with another header, but back to what he was doing earlier in the match. He sends it over. Oh, that makes grim reading, that group, doesn't it? Mexico absolutely dominant. Plus 10 goal difference, and the other team's struggling. Okay, Jonathan David nearly. If we can just get another one before half-time, give ourselves that little cushion. Whoa, that's the first time we've seen Martinique start a highlight with the ball. But straight to us. Davis, come on, get the cross in. Cavallini, can he turn and shoot? No, he gets blocked by the defender. We still got the chance, though. Come on. Come on, Borges, fire one in. Yes, there we go. There we go. That's what we were talking about. 2-0. Yes, finally. We're going to end the stream, hopefully, on a high. Oh, whoop, spoken too soon again. Here come Martinique with their first attempt at an attack. But okay, good stuff. Cavallini well positioned to pick that up. The cross gets blocked. Still, we could grab a third here. Like I said, when that first goal went in, could be floodgates opening. Okay, Davis, interesting ball there. Right, I thought he was going to shoot. But okay, good patient passing play. We're frustrating Martinique. And hopefully there's going to be an end result to this highlight and it's not just going to fizzle out. Okay, but we're doing a very good job of keeping the ball. Oof, that was a strange one. I'm guessing there David touched that onto the post, but all right. That is much more like it. Where was this kind of performance? In the previous game against Martinique. Anyway, let's say... Yeah, don't get too cocky. Alphonso Davis always reacts badly to those kind of team talks. Must be a personality thing. Okay, free kick. Here we go. Cordova. Fire this one straight in. Oof. Oh, there we go. What happened there? I thought that rebound had gone in for sure. It's that thing that happens on FM, the animation of the net rippling, that made me think it had gone in off the rebound. Ooh, first real chance for Martinique. Just a reminder that we need to be careful. Give the boys some praise. Let them know that I love them, so they'll keep their performance up for this final 20 minutes. Okay. Just worrying now that a Martinique goal would then, you know, give them that little bit of hope to push forward and chase the second and put us in a panic. But anyway, here we go. David, come on, David. Couldn't get his cross or shot off. But I feel like, yeah, we've definitely got a third goal in this team. We just need to realise it. Here we go. Davis, there we go. That's the third goal I was talking about. I think we're safe now. We can relax a little bit. Oh, we're going to get another highlight straight from the kickoff. All right. We'll wait to make the substitutions until this is passed. Hopefully this does not make it 3-1 and set us back to only having that 2-goal advantage. Come on, get the ball off them. Ooh, that was close. Right, subs. What are we looking at here? We do have tired players. So Jonathan David, I think, a combination of not having a particularly fantastic game and being quite tired will take him off. And maybe Piet we can take off as well. We'll put Waterman on. There we go. Yes, you might be right, old lady place. I think we can relax, and then Canada concedes. But no, the substitution has proved effective. Larin adds goal number 4. Now we can absolutely relax, even if we concede at this point. Oh, here we go. This is goal number 5. I can feel it. Cavallini. Nice one. Oh, we are really putting Martinique to the sword now. It serves them right, teaching them a lesson after they came to our place and stole a 1-0 win. Are we going to make it 6 here, Cavallini? Yes. Oh, poor Martinique. They have just crumbled, fallen to pieces now. Whew. There we go. Another header from Cavallini. I think he's had like 10 headers today. 2 of them have found the target. All right, here come Davis. We're just looking dangerous every time we come forward now. This reminds me of that Czech Republic-Scotland game that was featured on my channel recently. Just the other way round. Davis nearly got number 7. Okay, this is a done deal, I think. There we go. Poor old Martinique. They came into the match thinking, maybe we can do this. We had other ideas. All right, nothing much to say to them there. Our performance was complete. Great goal from Borges. And we just about survive. And we get ourselves positive goal difference as well. So that's nice, isn't it? And there you go. We've qualified for the Gold Cup. Fantastic stuff. Good stuff. That's going to be our next stream. So we're out of the Nations League. But, you know, that's fine. We don't have to worry about that. So, competitions then coming up. So, obviously, World Cup playoff and Nations League, we are done with those. So, this is one of the competitions I created. So, just to show you, it's already been drawn well in advance. But we're going to be playing New Zealand in our semi-final next June. And then obviously after that, we will have the Gold Cup, the 2023 edition. So let me just have a look if that's come up yet. There's a new page, so we can just have a look at the dates and so on. No, it will be scheduled April next year, but starting in late June. Okay, but we've qualified. Anyway, let me just have a look. Do we have... No other teams are listed as qualified just yet. All right, so in the end today we had quite a disappointing start, but those final two matches, it was a good idea to continue to those and finish things on a high at least. And yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching, guys. Well, I'm going to save the game there. We'll wrap it up for tonight, and we'll be back on Sunday. So on Sunday, we'll again 9:30, and it's going to be 2023, summer of 2023. 2 competitions that we'll be competing in. Hopefully, we'll do well. Yeah, in at least one of them, maybe both. So thank you, Kate. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, everyone else who was in for part of the stream. All of the stream, and yes, we will see you on Sunday. Good night.